Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1446. I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Today, we hear from Benita, the disgruntled fiddle player, the brewmaster, and we get to a segment called Ridiculous. Random posts are ridiculous. Hey, you know what's happening right now? We don't have any internet. I'm going to get news stories. I'm only going to do 2 today, and I'm pulling them from
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The Wi-Fi from a hospital across the street. How is that possible technology?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's how it works here at Café Anyway. It's called piracy. And if you don't like that, well then I have a guy you can see. His name is the disgruntled fiddle player. I was talking to a lady this past week, and she's not a hater. She was really cool. And she's not a Taylor Swift hater. What do they call those?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
A Taylor hater? Hey, so is she the queen of the alt-right now, Taylor Swift? That's what I've been hearing.
Mike's
is that she is
Daily
in control of all the
Podcast.
White male supremacists out there.
Yeah!
Look, I'm bald. I'm white. I might be, well, some people might mistaken me for a white supremacist. And then what I would say to them is,
you've got to be kidding me.
Something must be wrong with you.
Because I am not. Here at Café Anyway. I miss the multicultural world in which I live here in the Bay Area whilst I was gone. Look who walked in. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How you doing? That's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what. What? That's Benita's horse. That's my horse, Nelly. Mark, being disgruntled because I play the fiddle and I play it really well.
Busted eardrums.
You didn't have to say that. Look who else walked in.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious Irish beer. The brewmaster. Oh boy, hi, son. Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, my trip was interesting, folks. In the wonderful... Oh, my God. That trip had some interesting moments. The fact that I got stuck in Daytona Beach. The fact that I got to get stuck on the BART. And, oh, my God, I'm suddenly realizing I have nothing else to say about my trip. That's not right. Oh, and I had a podcast picture from the trip today. It's going to be...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Of me, and my facial expression conveys to you what I think of humidity. It's not fun. It's hot. It's sizzling. And I was sweating quite a bit. So... you can see that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com. Meanwhile, Basil the boxer, he is back. Yes, I'm so happy. He is feeling better now. He was walking around and acting like a dog again when I got home. Oh, and a big thank you to my roommate. That's what I wanted to say, how cool my roommate was while I was in Florida. He gave me little updates on how Basil was. And he gave me updates yesterday when Basil wasn't feeling good. He sent me little pictures. And that's what I love about millennials, is they use the technology that's in front of them. That is so absolutely miraculous. I mean, the whole thing with you can text a photo and you know, show the situation. Now, however, through my company that I work for, we have this thing, a doctor... like if you're sick or you got this weird bump on your neck or whatever, and you take a picture of it and send it to your doctor. And I thought, hey, this is great. What a great idea. But it's really expensive. And I don't think I'm all up in that. Things are expensive and money sound effects happen. Okay, now we're just silly. Let's destroy the silly. Thank you. That's gone now. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com is a wonderful website you can go to. Check it out now. Apparently, the lovely lady that I spoke to on Saturday hasn't checked it out because she hasn't emailed me yet, but whatever. Mike'sDailyPodcast@gmail.com is where you can email me. You can call me at 336MM Daily. 336MM Daily, because I am MM, and this is a daily show. Even when we don't have internet, I still make it daily. How is possible? Because nobody gets in my way.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
And I will not be stopped. I'm an unstoppable force, and I say no.
No, God, please, no. No. No.
Let's get to the segment now called
Ridiculous random posts.
I'm going to read these off my internet button. Let's see. The first story is about how the Pope is spreading heresy. Several dozen conservative Catholic scholars and clergy have charged Pope Francis, whom I love, with spreading heresy. A bold but perhaps futile salvo against Francis and his reform-minded papacy. Salvo. The widely publicized, theologically dense letter was delivered to the Pope with 40 signatures. It has since gained 22 more signatures and was released to the public on Saturday. In a press release, the organizers say they speak for a large number of clergy and lay Catholics who lack freedom of speech. The letter does not accuse the Pope himself of being a heretic, but of supporting heretical positions on marriage, the moral life, and the Eucharist. There's a great beer that you can get in Vacaville. The only reason to go to Vacaville. Sorry, Vacavillians. Oh my God, I sounded so Kathy Griffin. Sorry about that. It was. I'm not okay. Vacaville has a lot of wonderful fast food eateries, but other than that, and the wonderful Heretic Brewing Company. But other than that, and it's where the wonderful band Dead Cat Hat rehearses. If you haven't heard Dead Cat Hat, you can find them on my interviews page at mikesdailypodcast.com, where you can also shop on Amazon. Click on that Amazon link, buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out. Thank you. There's also a link there to PayPal. You can click on that and buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out too. Thank you. Oh, wait. No, PayPal works in that you give us money. But you'll get a special greeting from all the Café Anyway characters, and they will thank you thusly with a special MP3 for thee, and you'll become an inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster. I am running out of time, as we are all, because life is short. Casey Affleck, his production company, isn't he the one that was charged with being some kind of male chauvinist pig or something? Well, his production company, Sea Change Media, has signed an exclusive first look deal with Amazon Studios. Amazon! Oh my gosh, are they... I just heard yesterday they're gonna have all the Doctor Who episodes on there. The I feel like a praying mantis. I sensed your antics too long. That was Don Dixon, a singer, songwriter, and producer. Produced REM's earlier albums, which were great. Before losing my religion, we're talking. I'm sorry. We're sorry. 2-year deal covering both film and television projects. Repairs Affleck with Amazon after he won the Best Actor Oscar for Manchester by the Sea, which Amazon nabbed out of the Sundance Film Festival. And the deal with Casey exemplifies the focus in expanding Amazon Studios. His upcoming films include Light of My Life, the father-daughter drama which he wrote. I so don't even care. Thank you. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. I do not go see movies anymore. Have I mentioned that? I just don't. Although I did see Guardians of the Galaxy on the flight to Daytona Beach. Do you know what or to Atlanta, when then I connected and went to Daytona Beach. But I talked to a lovely lady. I guess there is some stuff to talk about from Daytona Beach, the trip. I talked to a lady on the flight to Daytona Beach who was using her Kindle, and she said that her Kindle, Kindle, or is it a Ken doll? And was Barbie involved? And did Barbie have a cool convertible and wanted to go to the beach? But this lady said that she used the Kindle and that hers connected with cell phone towers, and that she loved it, but she looked at new Kindles and they did not connect to cell phone towers, and she was bummed about that. And she said she lived in DeLand, which was close to Daytona Beach, and a tree got blown over by Hurricane Irma and got impaled into the ground. That's right, into the ground. So I thought that was an interesting little tangent that here's the deal. Why don't you, when you're flying, talk to the person next to you? I know they might smell and have a weird sort of nervous tick or whatever, but you know what? Talk to them. It whiles away the time, and you learn things, and they learn things about you. Maybe you make a friend. Maybe you get a job. It leads to some kind of new career change. Who knows? At any rate, it was lovely talking to her, and I also spoke to a flight attendant who was flying out of Daytona Beach to catch a plane in Atlanta, then to fly all over the country and end up in Dallas that night. That happened all on Friday. What a busy life that is to be a flight attendant. The end of this show. Oh, I feel like I missed something somewhere back there. That's all right. Salvo. Next show, it's going to be the wonderful Madame Rutabaga Valentino and Bison Bentley. I do hope we get the internet back on.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!